The stats aren't bad. I need to get water.
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Slumber Valley.
It was so hot today. Went to the park with my dog and oh my goodness. Maximino! What up? What up, Max? Yeah, same. Just farming some Enduring Legacy blueprints. Oh, just leveling up characters. Sounds fun. What character are you leveling up right now? Yeah, what up, Musk? Musk, are you? I think you're. Are you following me on X?
Mission complete.
I feel like you are. I saw Musk on my X. Oh, I'm exhausted, to be honest. Oh, Mino, I just asked which character are you leveling up? Nice. Deleted X years ago. So you deleted Twitter? You've never even had X? Is that what you're telling me?
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Slumber Valley.
Oh, no mana. No, there's no special mods. So, like on this, I mean, I have everything modded. Oh, nice. Congrats, man. Good luck on your interview. Dress sharp. That's all I gotta say. tile place? Nice. That sounds pretty awesome. And fun. Yeah, hey, no problem. You're welcome. Oh, girl. She's a German Shepherd Husky. Yeah, we just actually got back from the park a little bit ago. She's pretty tired. It's super hot out. So, I think she's like passed out beside me right now. Or another room. Yep, she is for sure a house dog.
today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, everyone is asking me what the heck is happening to Bitcoin right now. Well, what if I told you that I have all the answers to the Bitcoin bulls, to the Bitcoin bears, to this question, which is asked every single second, like the milk.
Commence mission to recapture
Well,
Slumber Mountain.
let's talk about that. Let's go into the Bitcoin chart and let's analyze what the heck is actually happening here. I mean, what are we seeing here? This is crazy. And as you remember, I told you how important it is for Bitcoin to close the weekly and the monthly candle. Just a few days ago, above 70,000. Bitcoin failed to do so, and we are seeing this big rejection towards the downside right now. Let me go straight into it. And guys, by the way, guys, if you like these very short videos, in the moment it's necessary, like right now, with condensed content towards Bitcoin, towards my price predictions, my targets and everything, smash up the like button. I need your support. I need this feedback function to show me that you want more of this also very short videos. Please give me this feedback. Let's talk about Bitcoin right now. And we are on the weekly candles. The monthly candles are just way too horrible to show to you. I mean, there might be children watching here, right? And we don't want to look at stuff like that in evening hours in Europe, nighttime hours in Asia. So let's talk about Bitcoin here on the weekly, because I can tell you guys, this is ugly right now. But I have some good news for you. You have the first top here on, I think, somewhere towards the beginning of the year, right? We all remember we were euphoric. Bitcoin went to 72. Well, we went down, had another pump up. We were euphoric for the second time. Bitcoin went to 71. We went down, and now we went euphoric. Very
Yeah, she's pretty chill.
here when we were knocking on the door of
I need to get her
70,000.
shaved actually because
And the
it's so
top
hot here this summer.
reminds me on one of the
She
big
needs to get
textbook
shaved
patterns,
again.
which is called the triple top chart pattern. And you can see usually we have neckline on the bottom and neckline on the resistance line on the top. We have three tops, and you can see the triple top confirmation right here when we are breaking the support. Well, let's go here into the chart and see how could you draw the triple top confirmation. Is this a confirmed triple top? Because I can tell you one thing. If this would be a confirmed triple top, we are going down way further. I can tell you one thing. It does not look that yet as a confirmed triple top. You have to draw the neckline somewhere. And if you here make a line somewhere around these lines here. I mean, no matter how you draw it, like this, Bitcoin is not even close yet to the triple top. I can actually tell you to the triple top neckline confirmation, we could go down to 54,700, 54,000 without confirming a triple top. And you have to remember, if we go down to 54,000, that is a dip of like 16,000. That is 22-23% from the top. That's nothing. In every single bull market, we have 40%, 45% retracement. So is that bullish? No, it's not bullish. Short term, mid term, for sure not. I mean, my trade on Bitcoin went down from like $8-9 million down to $4-5 million in a profit. Of course, I don't want to call that bullish, but you do have to understand that this is just a normal correction within a bull market. The moment we are confirming this as the beginning of something worse to happen is only when we are breaking on the weekly candles 54,000. As long as this is not happening, I am staying bullish on Bitcoin in terms of this being a bull market. Let me know what you think about that, dear ladies and gentlemen. As always, zoom out, don't freak out, and we are going to see you very soon in the next video. As always, guys, as always, bye. Bye.
You know what time it is? It's time to talk about the movie. We gotta talk about the movie. No spoilers. No, absolutely no spoilers. I like this kind of crowd. I don't like watching.
I love
no
that it's
spoilers.
really a dialogue
Yes.
with the crowd.
do too.
It's not even like we're up here and they're sitting there. It's more we're in this together.
Yeah, just so you're clear, they're interviewing you as well.
Ooh.
This is a team sport here.
It's Deadpool and Honey
Dude, that
Badger.
sounds sick. Yeah. You can put a photo in the Discord, by the way.
I'm gonna ask you guys because there are some jokes in this movie. So, what was the meeting like when you're discussing with Disney the jokes about Disney?
Boy. finishing on time, on budget or under budget, and delivering the movie exactly how we planned or wrote. When we rewrote the script like start to finish with all of our alt jokes, everything. So we were a little bit like the sort of eager kids at school, I think, that they sort of saw that, and that's a trust building exercise. So they had a lot of faith in us to deliver and to self-govern. So yes, there's jokes in there that I personally cannot believe they let us.
And neither did I. Because we were like the kind of good, good boy students turning in our script every once in a while, and every time we send a script, we were like kind of waiting and assuming if we were going to get in trouble.
It was a very scale.
And the pushback never came, and it became clear that on this movie, funny wins.
Yeah,
right.
But I think the key differential is that this movie is incredibly warm, and emotional. Not just so Deadpool works best on scarcity and surprise, right? So it's been 6 years since we've had a Deadpool movie. It's been 7 since we've had a Wolverine movie, and those work in our favor. So people are expecting the unexpected, and part of the unexpected is that sort of warmth. But really, there was one joke, one line that they asked me to take out.
Wow, I can't imagine.
Hugh, you want to tell what that line
I
was?
can't imagine what that was.
Yeah, just one. That was it.
Just one, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There were others when I was on set, and I was like, there's no way that's going to be it.
Yeah.
Hugh,
There it is.
And they're all
Hugh, I did that at least 3 times. Watch, I'm like, how? No, there's no way he just said that. There's no way.
I have a joke about Hugh that I couldn't believe he let me say in the movie. So that that passes. I was like, wow, he let that go.
Yeah, he did. Hugh, I wanted to ask you. So, obviously, we know you as Wolverine. Love you as Wolverine. What did you get to explore with Wolverine this time around, especially since you know the character so well?
It's a great question, because if I was going to come back, the thing was I could see that Wolverine with Deadpool was a whole different tone to anything that I'd done before in the other 9 movies, and so I knew that, but these guys are not maybe getting heralded enough. As soon as this movie comes out, they will, but as writers, they are fantastic writers. I mean, the other writers, I had been scratching at something, an itch I'd been trying to scratch as Wolverine for 24 years that I hadn't been able to actually get out. And I said, this is the thing, this is what and I don't know how to do it. I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the writing, I don't know if it's the story, but this is, I think, essential to who this character is. And these guys nailed it. So it's a different version, and not different, it's a deeper version, I think, of Wolverine. And I know I see some Wolverine fans that, oh my God, it must be so hot.
You know what?
You are sweating for that, wearing literally, wow,
Yeah,
you poor thing.
that's
But literally, it's deeper, rounder. I think it's funnier. I also get a monologue. I say more words in one monologue these guys wrote for me than I said in an entire movie once as Wolverine.
Oh my God.
And the whole thing has been awesome.
I don't know who this question is for, but as you can see by the commitment of the gentleman in the front
I
row.
think it's for him.
How did we get Wolverine in yellow this time?
I mean, it's kind of amazing that it never happened before now.
That's what I'm
Right?
saying, yeah.
As soon as you called and said, I want in, I feel like immediately it was
First thing
clear
we
to
said,
us.
we have to do it in the yellow and blue. I mean, there's no other way to do it. It's been 24 years. Like, why wouldn't we try that? So off we went. I mean, it was probably the most amazing day we ever had on set was the first time Hugh walked in wearing the full yellow, and I was right beside him. So you had your ketchup and mustard walking the catwalk together. And we're shooting in London at Pinewood. These are 4th generation crew members who have done 1,000 movies, and this hush falls over the crew. It was the weirdest, wildest moment, and that was the first time it dawned on me the kind of power of this guy in that suit and what it means to some people. And there was a gentleman who worked on the movie named Billy Lawless, and I've told this story before, but at the end of the day, Billy is walking back with me to Hugh's luxury trailer for our evening cognac, and Billy looks at me and
It's not true. I
says,
didn't invite him into my trailer.
No. It's not at all. But it was a 24-year aged client. Anyway, Billy says, this is the best day of my life. And I was like, oh. He was like, this is the best day of my life. And the next day I found out his son is named Logan. I mean, he's like a huge fan of Wolverine.
Oh, wow.
To see him in that yellow was kind of a dream come true for him.
That's beautiful. Dope. The next question, because I had a bunch of questions while watching the film today.
All right, Max.
How did
See you, man.
Get Madonna in sync, not just in the film,
Yeah, have a good night.
That was a nerve-wracking year.
Yeah, and me with her. Wow. And I remember, we spent a couple hours there. She, of course, was brilliant. When she came in, I didn't know the time. It was like, do I call Donna? Am I allowed to breathe around her? Should I keep my heart beating? It was kind of crazy, but she had a great note that, like, a musical note that we put it really super effect. And I remember she had one other note, and we called her, and the first thing she said when Sean and I called her, because we were so fidgety around her, we looked like we were like drug addicts or something. We were so nervous, and when she picked up the phone and she said, "Are you two calling to argue?" And I just said, "Madonna, I've done some profoundly stupid things in my life, but nothing that dumb." And she, sort of realized it, and then again had another amazing note. But it's just, I love this movie. It's like a superpower because her son loves it, and that was kind of the reason that she was, I think, more amenable to allowing the song to sort of be a part of it in this way.
But I think Ryan's being humble. The truth is, people love Deadpool.
Yeah.
People love Deadpool, and it's really why every musical artist we reached out to, they said yes. Every surprise piece of casting, they said yes. People wanted to come and play with this duo.
I
You
love
always
it.
have imposter syndrome. You're always like, no one's coming to the birthday party. This is gonna end badly.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here. And don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news. It's great. It's not careful. It's fucking awesome. It's so much better than it not working out for you.
Oh, absolutely. No, if I could sleep with a normal human being, I think I would just fine.
Yeah, you were just talking about that. You were seriously so.
Have you done anything to try to mitigate that? Have you done like taking melatonin?
Done all that stuff?
I've OD melatonin, dude. I've taken 30 milligrams a night, and you build up a tolerance to melatonin, and you stop using it for a while. I mean, I do have to smoke.
Wow. So you just like get so that real hippie stuff is when it's like
Oh
still
yeah, dude. Until I just go full.
Did that push you out?
Not really. No, dude. I can stay awake on Xanax and everything. It's almost like if you picture like a light switch to turn your brain off. I just can't. If you like, no. And I think it's like after thinking about it for years, I think it's the same mechanism in your brain that like allows for people to be on stage that allows that talk like that. And I just think about it. Not even anxiety. It's just
I feel like I'm the only one who is shooting the weak points on this thing.
So like, yeah, it's crazy the leaves are green and then brown sometimes. Like, it's just anything. My dick is like, please don't beat me. Like, I've tried everything. I promise. Wow. I know. It sucks because obviously I mean sleep for as much as I work out, my muscles don't get that time to recover. It's built.
Yeah, and your brain doesn't need that time.
Oh yeah.
Your immune system suffers, everything suffers from it. So I've made like a really conscious effort over the last year to get a lot of sleep. And I fucked it up quite a few times with the club. Because there's been times with the club where like at least 3 nights a week when I'm performing, I'm out till 2 o'clock in the morning. Generally I wake up around 8 to start working out. And at 8, it's like 6 hours. It's not quite enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not even 6 hours. It's like 5 and a half. And I feel tired. I look tired, and I just don't have as much juice. And then when I adjust and then get proper sleep again, it's all of a sudden it's like, like I feel like everything turns up to 10 again. It's fascinating. Like I feel a big difference. Like physically feel a big difference. Like if sleep was a supplement, if I could take a sleep supplement and it gives you that feeling you get when you're like fully rested, oh my God, you're just better. You're better. Everything works better. Your brain works better. You can physically do more. Everything works better.
I've heard.
Yeah, you gotta try it.
I don't think I've even been in a REM sleep in 5 years, dude.
Oh, that doesn't make sense.
It's
you'd
not
be dead.
good. I
You'd be
feel
dead.
dead, dude.
But you're not. You feel alive.
I've stayed awake for 9 straight days before.
What?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's possible.
I think the world record is like 11 or 13. Because I looked into it because I genuinely started to get like fearful for my own health. Do you agree with needing 8 hours? Because I've heard so many different
No,
theories.
I don't think everybody needs 8 hours. I just know I do. There's no way I could know what's going on in other people's bodies.
You think it's case by case?
Yeah, I think it's like everything with biology. Biology varies so much by genetics and life experiences. You know, like what have you done leading up? Have you just been sedentary your whole life, or you've been very active? Is your body very fit, or is your body like riddled with problems? Like there's so many, and they're just genetics, man. They vary so much. Some people are, they have no problem with 5 hours sleep.
And it changes over time as well, doesn't it? Like, didn't people evolve from sleeping in like 4-hour increments or something like that?
I mean, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they didn't get a chance to just fucking chill. They were getting eaten by cats.
Yeah.
That's the rub on people. It's like we still have these genetics that are from 10,000, 15,000 years ago when life was very different. And those are still the same genetics. And that's why we're still looking for like tribal leaders and shit. We're looking for like a president, a prime minister. We're looking for like one person. Still.
Yeah. Leaders used to fight in wars.
Yes. And that was how we sort of figured out what to do. We went to the person who'd experienced the most, not the person who's been paid off the most, not the person who's got the fucking shadiest insider dealing, the party that has the most influence.
Oh, I know.
God damn it.
I'm so happy I take zero part in politics whatsoever.
Good for
I'm
you.
the least politically
Here come the enemy
informed person you'll
reinforcements.
probably ever meet. And I know I'm taking pride in naivety, but
Well, for your own self-preservation, it's probably a good idea. I've always said that like voting in like politics in this country is a lot like rooting on pro wrestling.
damn,
It might make you feel better, but I'm not sure how much it affects the outcome.
that's a very good point.
It seems like at the very end of the day, the same people are getting all the money.
Yeah.
And don't think about it in terms of whether or not you can vote in your party. You most certainly can. And don't think about it. They most certainly can enact social change. They can do some good things, and especially in relationship with the Supreme Court and a lot of other things. But at the end of the day, the real people that are running the show are the people that are getting these massive defense contracts and massive pharmaceutical contracts. The billions and trillions of dollars being generated by various industries. That's what's running the show. That's what's running the show.
Man, you're speaking Mandarin Chinese right now.
Allied
That's not
transport
that fucking old dude that keeps getting tripped by ghosts. He's not your leader.
Are you a big ghost guy?
I think it's possible.
I'm obsessed.
Are you?
So really weird side hobby of mine. I go ghost hunting. I've been like around the world. Yeah, it's incredible.
What have you experienced? Have you ever had like an absolute moment where you're like, oh my god, I'm in the presence of a poltergeist?
Can you see the data box?
Not,
That's where our target is.
still not 1,000%. I've definitely witnessed things that I cannot for the life of me explain that have creeped me out. The timing has been impeccable. I've seen things move that there's just no fucking way that they've moved. I've gotten answers back on EVPs, but for me it is one of those things I do see it.
Isn't an EVP like a radio though?
No, EVP is just a recorder.
It's a record. What's that radio? I'm sorry then. What is the one where they like listen?
There's a bunch of different names. What is she watch?
Sam and Cole.
You had them on, right?
Yes.
So,
Great guys.
So, I met these other guys. There's another channel called the Overnight Channel who are equally as popular as Sam and Colby, and they actually used to work together. And I believe they split off and do their own thing. But that's who I started going with. So I'm very familiar with those guys.
So these kids, the Sam and Colby guy just went into the Conjuring house.
I was just there maybe a month and a half
You
ago.
went into the Conjuring house
By
too?
myself.
There's something going on in that house. The Conjuring movie was fucking great.
It's my favorite franchise.
They're fun. And there's so many of them. They really did it right. Like if you want to be smart, off with the Nun. They branched off with Annabelle.
And I love the way they tie in the story
Yeah.
with each one to make it all one chronological story. Genius.
Yeah.
I will say I wasn't as scared as I've been in a lot of places we've been. There is some kind of solace to the house, but you get to know the history of it, and it does make sense that there'd be something here. I mean, it's on some ley lines, it's water underground, there was war spot there, there's apparently bodies buried on the property in the walls of the property structures and stuff. There's a lot of history that goes into it that just makes for kind of the perfect storm for some creepy shit. But I didn't witness anything that was that insane. Some items moved, some cars rolled off the children's dressers a couple of times on cue. And that's one thing I do pride ourselves in these videos is so often we get absolutely nothing because we don't make anything. So you only get to see the highlights. Like there's so many times we'll go to a place that is so notoriously haunted and we'll be there for 10 hours and get absolutely nothing. And it sucks, but that makes when something does happen that much better.
What do you think? So do you think a ghost is like the soul of a person that's left behind, or do you think the ghost is almost like space and time because of a horrible incident contain a memory, and like that memory is almost like it like shows up in current time sometimes. There's a guy named Rupert Sheldrake. I forget what his field of study is, but he had this theory about things. He believes that objects contain memories.
Oh, interesting.
And he's not the only one that
Inanimate objects?
Yeah, that things contain memories. And this is one of the reasons why like people kind of universally support this idea that if someone was murdered in a house, you must tell the people, inform the people that are about to buy it. You have to tell them, hey, somebody got murdered in this house. Like maybe you don't want to buy this house.
Now
Maybe you should think about it.
does the potential owner have to ask that information?
It's a good question.
I'd want to know.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think they should have to inform you because there's something about someone being murdered in a spot that freaks us out. And this is my question. How knew the Kasha house was, right? So you go there with this feeling and this expectation. That's what I always wonder about these things. Like this isn't just imagining things. This is like the mind itself seems to have some unmeasured effect on the world.
Yeah.
I think the way you think has an unmeasured effect in terms of like this energy that you put out, these connections you make with people are very, very unmeasured.
And you can manifest your own perception of things for sure.
Yeah. So what my concern is like if you go into a place with a pre-existing knowledge of ghosts, like you think ghosts are here, you think ghosts are real, you have this thought in your mind, you maybe experience a ghost in this place that's haunted. You're at this elevated level of anticipation, you're probably really nervous and kind of freaked out, and your imagination starts firing up. And I'm not even saying that these people are lying or that they're seeing things that aren't there. I'm saying maybe you make things show up. Maybe you see memories. Maybe you experience some horrible energy that existed in this spot 50 years ago, 100 years ago. That there's like ways you can tune into that.
I could see that being possible, but to me, that's what's so exciting about it is like you go hoping for those solidified answers. You're going hoping to witness something that you couldn't have possibly made up.
But you know why I think that too? It's like you never see them in the daytime. Ghosts don't exist on the street.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but not outside.
They're never outside. That's a very good point.
That's my point. It's like you're always trapped. So you're always in this like weird space. Like if you had a wolf in your house, you'd be freaked out. You want to get outside.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want a wolf in the there's a fucking wolf in the house.
Yeah.
Anytime you're in a contained area, your brain has this heightened sense of like being trapped and awareness and how to escape. I mean, every horror movie's the same. You gotta get to the door, right? Everybody's trying to fumble with the keys and the monster's chasing them and they get it just in time, right? That is a reoccurring theme in the human mind. If you're trapped in a fucking house with a killer or a ghost or a wolf, it's scary.
You know where that makes the most sense? We did the USS Hornet up in the Bay Area, and we had the whole ship to ourselves, which I was so excited about because I love military stuff, I love history. I was so excited to go and just witness it. And they sent me by myself on basically a game of hide and seek where I had to go find them in the ship somewhere after I had to like count to 100 by myself. It was the most terrifying place I've ever been because if you've never been in like the bowel of a ship, it's so unfamiliar. Like doorways don't look the same, you know, you have to step over them and everything. There's so many pipes and everything sticking out. It's such an unfamiliar environment, especially in the dark. It's terrifying. You think, yeah, I can't possibly run away from something in here. There's too many obstacles. You don't know if that's a wall or a pipe or something peeking around to like look at you. It's fucking terrifying because of exactly that. You feel so trapped.
That totally makes sense. And I would imagine also the feeling being underwater is an extra freak out.
I didn't think about that, but now I have anxiety about it.
I mean, you're literally, if you're deep enough in the ship, you're under the water.
That's a very good point.
And somehow metal floats? What the fuck?
I don't understand it whatsoever. I just don't get it. Because of the shape? What?
Yeah, that to me has always been like, what?
Yeah, like a rock that size would fucking sink, right?
I don't know what's going on. I'm too stupid.
Physics are so confusing.
I mean, I get a fiberglass boat, that makes sense. But they didn't have fiberglass. I get a wood boat, that makes sense. But
Giant ships.
Well, battleships. Imagine if they had to make battleships out of wood. That was it. Like, we have battleships, but they have to be out of wood.
Watch
Fuck.
out. High level
Yeah, let's go back to having a fight with swords while we're at it as well.
Well
Did you ever do Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland?
I've been one time. It's fucking terrifying. No, dude.
Are you scared of everything?
I'm scared. No, I'm scared. I'm afraid of no living things, apparently.
Really?
Okay? Apparently not. No, the ride scares me because I
Why?
can really imagine if I was the only person in there and you see those fucking animated figures in there by themselves. That to me is like a perfect scary movie. It's so creepy.
Right, like one of them would come alive.
Yeah.
But what I was getting to is there's a scene when you're going down the river in the raft where these two ships are shooting at each other with cannonballs, and it makes you think about what the fuck that would have been like living back then.
Oh, you had to be a man.
You're on a wooden thing floating around the ocean, and you're both shooting things that make holes in the woods to sink them.
Yup.
And you're out in the middle of the ocean.
Which would you rather have to like done in that situation? Would you rather rely on the cannons, or would you hope they get close enough you had to battle it out hand to hand? I like my odds hand to hand. I don't trust the ship.
Both suck.
Yeah, they're not
It
ideal.
depends on numbers. It depends on
Experience.
Have you had food lately? You know, have you been
point.
starving for the last week and a half, and
That's
then all of a
a
sudden
damn
you get hit by pirates? There's a lot of those guys like barely eat. Like they got across to land wherever they were going in those ships back then, and they barely made it.
Just
Like, people died on those things all the time.
It's impressive. And also the ocean's fucking terrifying. You ever see the videos of like these giant ships in the middle of the ocean just getting vertical on these waves? That's terrible.
And they were just their food was nothing. It was garbage. They got scurvy. They got all
Here come
kinds
the
of
enemy
diseases.
reinforcements.
Yeah.
There was
There's a
rats on
lot.
board. The rats were carrying fleas and carrying diseases.
I would have stayed there for sure.
And by the time you get there, you're so worn out. Like, I don't know how long it takes by sailboat to get from England to America. Like, how long does that take?
Was it just
Like,
sails
from
back then
Spain?
too?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, there's no propeller.
Nothing.
Wow.
No
I never even
propellers.
registered that.
Those people
Holy
were so
shit.
gangster. Those people were so gangster. They didn't even know what was over there. They thought they were in India.
So fucking
Bro, they thought that they were in India.
so wrong. And they kept calling people the wrong
They
thing.
kept calling,
It's
to this
so
day we call
funny.
them the wrong thing. Sailing from New York City to London takes about 6 nights and 7 days depending on your speed. That's because of the famous Royal Places, Big Ben, and double-decker buses of London. Yeah, but I don't
buy
that's
that. I thought it took,
think
like,
that's
weeks.
today. The edition mentions typical passage from New York to the English Channel for a well-found sailing vessel of about 2,000 tons was around 25 to 30 days, with ships logging 100 to 150 miles per day on average. That's not that bad.
No, that I believe that.
Yeah, 30 days is pretty good.
I mean, that's still so uncomfortable. You ever
That's
have to
if
be
everything goes well.
Oh yeah. You ever seen that video going around recently of those
So
potential
back-
mermaids on the side of that ship in the middle of the ocean?
No.
What?
What are you talking
Are
about?
you serious?
Potential mermaids?
Jamie, you know what I'm talking about?
Is this some CGI nonsense?
There is like a guy sailing on the back of the ship, and you can hear moans, right? Sort of.
So there's like, it's actually a good solo video. And there's these things that are like racing on the side of the boat that are going the same speed as the
Secure
boat.
the target.
And it's like there's like a tail or something trailing behind them. And this keeps up for hours. And then you start to hear whistling.
Let me see
You hear
your
I'll
tunes.
target them.
You hear what sounds like one of them say "jump for me."
Oh,
Yeah.
how do you think this is real? There's no way. Imagine if I'm being. This is like the beginning of the movie, right? You and I are having this podcast. We're being super skeptical, and then in the movie you find out there has been a very small group of mermaids that have existed in the ocean, hiding from humanity because we have only discovered, 10% of the ocean.
This is a fun world to live in.
Is it this one?
Yeah, this guy.
All right. So this video is a couple years old, but
Oh, okay.
Wait, I just threw this overboard. Y'all saw me throw it overboard. Are you fucking kidding me? That did not just.
So what is this guy saying?
he's got a couple videos. I think he spent a lot of time out in the water.
That looks like.
So where are the mermaids?
And this is a much longer video than I've ever seen. Well, that was one of the sounds.
There you go.
You hear the jump for me?
That's.
I didn't hear jump for me. Did you hear jump for me, Jamie?
No.
It's one of those things that somebody dubbed, somebody did the subtitles for it one time, and that always makes your brain register a little bit easier.
He has a few videos like this.
But where's the video of the mermaid?
Yeah, it was a part of the same one we were just watching where we go like this wheel.
So in there's a mermaid?
Yeah, I think it's before this.
Powerful reinforcements are closing in. Be careful.
Because this is what I have found.
Enemy forces have noticed their signal being jammed. We can't let them restore it.
That sounds
Yeah,
like
this is like a
whale.
this is
The
like a
enemy is putting
compilation.
up a
You know
lot
what?
of
It could have been a
resistance,
whale.
which means they're preoccupied.
It could have been.
That's due to the left.
Easily changed my mind.
It was definitely mermaids, bro.
You know what whales do make that sound? As a matter of
They
fact,
do. They make
also
exactly
could have
that
been a
sound.
fat mermaid. We don't know.
I just don't. Whenever one dude in multiple videos is encountering mermaids, I get suspicious.
But here's this. You know what? Your reaction right now is why I love to believe in ghosts, aliens, cryptids, Bigfoot, mermaids, all that kind of shit. Because imagine this shit is real. Imagine this dude had a real experience,
I
right?
love the idea of all of those things you just mentioned. I really do. I love the idea. I fucking love nonsense. I got so high once I watched the Patterson Bigfoot footage. I was like,
Let's
oh
clear
my
them
god,
out.
what if it's real? What if I've been an asshole making fun of this thing forever when it's actually really a Bigfoot?
And I imagine you had that encounter and the rest of the world thinks you're a fucking psychopath. That would feel so lonely.
But that moment only lasted like 15 minutes. The weed wore off a little bit. I was like, that shit is so fake.
This is a similar one. I'm not surprised about
I haven't seen that.
So this guy, I've seen this video multiple times. Supposedly this guy saw a giant on the side of the hill.
Powerful energy
Giant?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
So high.
He thought he saw it, so he goes back and like looking for it. It looks like it's someone walking on the side of the hill. The perspective is
Great
very
job.
strange.
That's the giant one is a fascinating
But
one.
then the guy disappears. So he's making a bunch of videos on
Found the
TikTok
enemy's
and then he
command
just disappeared. And everyone's like, well, what the fuck
Wait,
happened?
I don't know if I saw anything in the video.
Where's the
The video, so
Terminate command
this is
signal
also
when you receive
a
once you're
guy's
inside
making
signal
an
range.
edit about this whole story. This on,
Right.
trying to find this very specific video where he's trying to find it.
So he's driving in his truck and he sees a giant?
Yeah, you drive on the truck and you see something on the side of the hill. I don't know if on this video.
Oh, I seen that. I saw your message.
It's hard to tell because of this.
I mean, that looks.
I haven't seen it yet, though.
Shit, but I also don't see it.
Powerful
The one you can
reinforcements
find,
are
I'll try to
closing
find it
in.
on
What are you looking at? Do you see something?
I don't see anything.
There's someone
Enemy
moving
forces
there?
have noticed their signal
trying to
being
find a very
jammed.
specific thing, but there is a very, it looks just like this, and you can see a person.
The enemy is putting up a lot of resistance,
side of that
which
hill.
means they're
And it's weird from this far away. You can see that.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know what I'm looking at in the video.
Yeah.
Because like I saw the zoom in, but the zoom was in the sky.
It doesn't make sense to me either. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I don't see shit. Like, where is this supposed to be this person? These people, it's like blob squatches. That's one of the things that Bigfoot hunters, they just start seeing shadows that look like Sasquatch. And
Yeah.
they're convinced.
Dude,
They're convinced themselves.
The fact that that show has been on for so fucking long.
They're still finding Bigfoot, bro. They're working
How do you
really
get
hard.
renewed with no results?
Here's a picture of what
Okay.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Let's clear them out.
I don't know.
It's a perspective thing.
Yeah, I don't know how far away that zoom is.
Yeah, I mean that could be a 6-foot-tall dude up there.
Yeah. I mean, also humans are 6'7", 7 foot sometimes.
That's not that big. And then this guy died actually. Oh, the mountain guy up there?
Careful. I've detected a powerful energy
This video
signal.
was only supposed to be.
Okay. Admission it was a hoax. Oh, you.
Oh, he made an admission the video was a hoax and then he died.
Great
Oh,
job.
well, probably unrelated. The type of person who's out there hoaxing giant videos is probably doing a lot of wild shit.
Found the
I
enemy's
would
command
imagine so.
Yeah.
That's how they respond.
I'm sure.
That's a product.
Of
Terminating command
course.
signal when you
That's
receive
how it
once
goes
you're inside
viral.
signal range.
You gotta fake it. There's a lot of people faking things, for
Of
sure.
course.
But there was the Bigfoot ones. Some of the Bigfoot fakes were so. There was one on the Les Stroud show where the guy was like so obviously wearing a mask. It was like a close-up of the guy
Powerful
wearing a mask.
reinforcements are closing in.
It's so
Be careful.
embarrassing.
At
So
least
bad.
try.
Yeah.
Like, make some kind of compelling case.
Yeah, Les Stroud
Enemy
is the
forces
shit.
have noticed their signals being jammed.
Survivor Man,
You
that guy's
can't let
awesome.
them
That guy
restore.
did legit things. He's the guy that
The
you
enemy
never
is
see that
putting
show
up a lot of
Survivor Man?
resistance, which means they're
Oh, God, the show is
preoccupied.
amazing.
When was this on?
That's good
He
for letting
used to go, like, it was a while back, and he used to go legitimately by himself with a very limited amount of tools, and he would live in wild places, like
I love
really dangerous places, and figure his way out and survive. And, you know, a lot of times, like, you could see on the show, he was losing like 15 pounds,
Oh yeah.
like, got really sick.
You
got
watch that show
injured.
Alone on Netflix?
Yeah, it's similar, but this was like
We've
one
identified
guy with
an
his own
elite enemy
camera
unit.
doing this
We need to
everywhere.
eliminate this
So cool.
target
Yeah, that's why I
first.
like other shows like, remember when
Let's
Bear
clear them
Grylls
out.
had a show?
Yeah.
There's like multiple camera people, they're filming him doing wild things. It's like,
Yeah.
that's what they wanted to do with him,
Uh-huh.
and Les is like,
No, I do the real thing.
this is the real thing. So Les is obsessed with Bigfoot too, so he went looking for Bigfoot. But there was, you know, on one of the episodes, they're looking at this footage. I'm looking at footage
Careful.
that looks to me like a guy in a mountain.
Powerful energy
It look, see if you can find it. It's Les Stroud, Bigfoot, but it's very controversial. The guy who claims to capture the video is very controversial.
Great job.
Imagine if it's
Local
real. I
Vulcans
mean,
have
and
lost
everybody's
their
so
chain of
despair.
You
Right.
shit your
Found
pants,
the
man.
enemy's command relay.
Yeah, but watch this. Put it up.
That's how they responded so quickly.
No.
Les is looking for a game
Terminate
recently.
command
Bigfoot.
signal when you receive once
And
you're
then you
inside
get,
signal
but then you have to have a
Well,
conversation.
here's
If
the
is
thing, though.
is it one?
If it's real and he's right, then we look stupid. But
Is there one or is it a species?
wild. You know who does this? Hunters. The people that are really out there in the wild, they're not having.
Powerful reinforcements
The
are
people that
closing
have
in. Be careful.
experienced this, you know.
Enemy forces have
And
noticed
there's
their
also a
signals
thing
being
about
jammed.
bears.
You
Bears
can't
walk
let them
on two
restore
legs
it.
all the
Do
time.
they really?
All the
Oh.
time.
The enemy is
grizzly
putting up
bears?
a lot of
Especially
resistance,
black
which means they're preoccupied.
Especially black bears.
That's
There's
good for letting
hours of footage of black bears walking on two legs.
That's
Just
fucking
walking through the woods on two legs.
I've seen. There's hunter videos of that. Yeah.
I've seen it in person with my own eyes. I've watched a black bear stand on his two legs and walk.
How tall can they get on up in a black bear?
7, 8 feet. They're big animals. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think a grizzly bear is the number one thing I'm afraid of, like in the
You've
world.
identified
They should.
an elite
That should
enemy
be right
unit.
up there.
Mass.
They're a
Eliminate this
massive
target
killing
first.
I remember being a kid and seeing at the Columbus Zoo, they have an exhibit there where you
Let's
can go
clear
inside
them
their
out.
cave because they spend most of their time there.
Yeah.
And you can see them up against the glass and laying down. It's like 4.5 feet, 5 feet tall.
What is this one? Bigfoot. Oh, they're from 2013. Is this the one? So there's one where there's one where there's like a
Careful.
close up on
I've detected
Bigfoot's
a powerful
face.
energy
Yeah, but
signal.
I can't find the one where he's walking. Or I can't even find video.
That's it, right down there.
But
Okay, but look at that picture.
Oh my god. No. No.
But when
looks
you
like
see
Teen
it,
Wolf.
when you see it in the show, like it's like the guy zooms in on it, he gets a close up. It's like Bigfoot's just staring back at him. Like all these years, Bigfoot.
They can't kill this fucking guy? Are you serious?
Time to let
Yeah,
these
you get the
motherfuckers
shot.
know. Time to let these motherfuckers know. It's just so.
Great job.
That is the video.
Vulcans
It's
have
so.
lost their chain
What is
of
this
command
jelly?
and they're scattering.
This one right here. Yeah.
This one? I'm just mark that back up.
Thank you. It's just if it is. I mean, imagine if it is real. Imagine if that video is real, right? But it doesn't look real. And in my
We found the
limited
enemy's command
experience,
relay.
most things that look
That's
fake
how
are
they
fake.
responded so quickly.
That looks looks fake as fuck.
Terminate command signal with your receive once you're inside signal range. Good luck.
That looks fake as fuck. Look, his hair looks perfect. It's nice and slick back. Recently
It's so
applied.
perfect.
Recently applied hair.
That literally looks like Michael J. Fox's uniform.
He looks clean.
Looks way too clean. That's exact. If that was a homeless dude, wouldn't give him money.
What
There's
was
no
the
way.
bear? Like bear hair looks different from that. Everything looks different.
I don't want to meet a bear.
Yeah, they're a terrifying
Powerful
animal, but the thing is,
reinforcements are
like,
closing in.
when people
Be
like
careful.
find video of bears walking on
Enemy
campsites.
forces have noticed their signal.
I just want you to imagine
You
it's
can't let them
dusk,
restore it.
okay, and you're in the Pacific Northwest. So you're in this You're in this
The enemy is putting up a lot of
woody
resistance, which
area
means they're preoccupied.
where it's like literally like a
That's
box of Q-tips. That's what the trees are like.
Yeah.
They're stacked in there. You ever been in the Pacific Northwest? Like,
Yeah, I love it.
The mountains up there, beautiful, right? The rainforest.
Mhm.
Now, that's where a lot of sightings are. It's also where a lot of bears are. Now look at this. Look at this motherfucker.
That literally looks like a guy in a costume. That's crazy.
I mean, what?
We've identified an
Right.
I will say no swinging arms
Eliminate
though.
this target
That would be the
first.
only sign that would make me think out of hair or not.
That bear had
Let's
a
clear them out.
That bear was a bear that was missing one of its paws. Probably one of the other bears might have hit its paw. I saw a monkey in Costa Rica with its hand bitten off. And I was like, wow, what do you think that is doing? And the guy was like, oh, the monkey bit it
Careful.
off.
I've
I was like,
detected
really?
a powerful
Yeah,
energy
probably when
signal.
it was a baby. I'm like, really?
Didn't somebody have their hands pulled off by a chimpanzee?
Yes.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
They're so
Great job.
They're so strong.
Local
We can't
Vulcans
even.
have lost their
They're
chain
so
of
strong. They're
command
so
and
aware
they're
of the things
scattering.
they want, like your fingers. They bite your fingers off. It's one of the first things they do. Yeah. Yeah. When chimpanzees attack,
Found the enemy's command relay.
because they know without your
That's
fingers
how
you
they
can't
respond
protect
so
yourself.
quickly.
And that's part of what makes you a person. They
Terminate
also
command signal with your receive once
No,
you're
they
inside
don't.
Yes,
signal
they
range.
bite your face off.
Good luck.
Tear your eyes out. Yeah, they're not trying to kill you.
diabolical.
They're trying to rip you apart. They're not even trying to kill you. They're trying to torture you.
That
Yeah.
is the most caveman shit I've ever heard of.
It's far beyond. They're so different than us, but it's so simple. You ever see the chimpanzee?
Powerful reinforcements are closing in.
So,
Be careful.
it's wild. Because, what's up? Oh, don't show
Enemy
me.
forces
Don't show
have
me.
noticed their
Can I
signal
see it?
being jammed.
Okay.
You can't
Oh,
let
fuck,
them
I'm sorry.
restore it.
It's okay. Just put it on the screen. Look at it.
The enemy
I
is
don't want
putting
to
up
see
a
his
lot of
face.
resistance.
This is a lady
which means
that
they're
her friend
preoccupied.
had a chimpanzee
That's
that was
good
a
for
pet,
medic.
and she
That's what she did look
she
like?
went to visit the lady, and the chimp tore her face apart.
Oh, she looks like a belly button.
Yeah, tore her face apart.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And he was just upset at her because she was cock blocking.
Shut up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. She used to sleep with the chimpanzee. She gave the chimpanzee Xanax and wine, and this lady was
Oh, yeah, this was this Michael Jackson's monkey? This is living the best
It was
life
way
ever.
worse than it was a full-grown male. And it
We've
was
identified an
really
elite
big.
enemy
It was like
unit.
200 pounds.
To
It was
eliminate
like
this
eating
target
well.
first.
How big was the chimpanzee when they shot it?
Tiny chimp had been left alone. Mother's love.
No, that's not the same one. The one that tore that lady apart was big.
Yeah, this one actually said
It
it
had
was
a diaper on.
It was
Are there...
It wasn't the people who owned it. What?
It says that on the one
Let's
looking
clear
at
them out.
it says he snapped and attacked his friend.
So he didn't even attack someone who had seen the chimp before? He was a new person?
What happened?
Oh. They've happened. There's been quite a few
Careful.
chimpanzees.
I've detected a powerful
One of them was
energy
really
signal.
horrible. This guy was a guy who had the chimp as a pet and raised it, but it got too big and they couldn't take it anymore, so they brought it to a chimpanzee shelter. And it was his birthday, so they brought a cake for the chimp for his birthday. And the other chimps were so jealous that
job.
he got a cake and they
Local
didn't,
Vulcans
that
have
they
lost
got
their chain
out
of
of the
command and
cage
they're
and tore
scattering.
the guy apart. Yeah, because chimps get very, very jealous.
The fact that
Very
they
jealous.
can, like,
I know that not only that,
process that emotion of
but
jealousy.
they also
Such a human
knew how to get
emotion.
out of the cage somehow or another.
So they probably knew the whole time.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if somebody fucked up and left something open and they noticed it and then tore the guy apart. Could have been in the process of when they were getting the other chimp out, so they could give him the cake. That they saw this.
This Joe Rogan episode with Matt Ryan is kind of funny.
She knew the chimp. Yeah.
She knew the chimp.
The chimp lunged at her.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Fucking hates Sesame Street. Hit him with the
Oh,
spades,
it was the chimp's favorite toy.
Oh.
She tried to steal his favorite toy.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god.
Oh no.
God. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is fucking.
How big was the chimp? Because there's photos of him. See if you can see the photo.
Jesus.
It's right here. I mean, this doesn't show the exact.
No, that's him when he's a tiny baby.
This level of child.
But is there any photos of him as a full-grown male? Because I know there is of him with a diaper on. Like he would wear a diaper, because otherwise he would just shit everywhere. Just, yeah.
Almost domesticated.
Yeah, well, I think he's like, I run this house.
I'll shit
I'll
wherever I
take a
want.
shit right here. This is the living room. There's plenty of room in here.
Is there any kind of?
Is that him?
This is Travis the chimp.
God damn.
He was massive, dude.
Yeah.
Massive. There's a photo of them of the lady walking with him.
That's one of the fattest chimps I've ever seen.
There was a photo of her when you get to see like the perspective of the full-grown chimp next to a human. Like, God, it's just a sack of muscle. Is that him up there with it circled?
It's true. Musk, I'm very tired.
Yeah, that looks like a which one was drive-through.
It's like trying to get in the car.
Yeah, it does look like one of those.
It's been a long week,
It
man.
says it's a 911 call for the chimp attack, and that was described.
I actually passed out kind of early last night too.
Him out there. Oh, look at the cop
Oh
cars.
my god, can you imagine being the cop showing up? You don't know how to handle this fucking thing.
Not only that, he might rip the door right off the fucking car.
You think
Like
he
it's
could?
made out of cardboard.
Oh man.
He definitely could put his hand right through that window. 100%. A guy can put his hand through a window.
Like, do you think you even try to tase that? Do you think it does anything?
Set codes that
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
You think so?
Bullets-
Because I've seen
Bullets
humans
is
take
what
a.
you do. You use bullets.
Yeah,
If
you
the
have
fucking chimp is eating people's faces,
Oh,
and
man.
you see him on the street, you gotta put that motherfucker down.
If you miss.
Isn't that crazy? It was over. She was taking his toy. How the fuck did she not know that was his?
I don't think she just registered how.
Not primal. Dogs get with their toys.
Oh, of course.
And dogs are trained. You're not training a
She
chimp.
could have been picking it up to give it to him.
I think he said she was leaving with it.
Oh, well, also, why the fuck are you taking the toy in the first place?
Maybe she was trying to fuck with him. Maybe we're not. You know, maybe there was like some thing going on where she didn't like.
Has anyone taken this stance from the monkey side?
No. Well, the chimp plays for keeps.
Oh, absolutely.
Taking the Elmo doll means you don't have a face anymore. Just whoa.
Take my Elmo doll.
Is there,
That means
is
you
there
don't
an
have a
exotic
face
animal
anymore.
that if you had the means to do it properly, that you would want as a pet?
No, I don't.
I need to
like
watch the new
pets
Joe
as
Rogan
pets.
stand up on Netflix.
I appreciate wild animals for what they are, and I think there's something.
Well, honestly, I'm probably gonna break out the scotch here in a minute.
Want to?
Then I'll be feeling really
I'm not
good.
saying you shouldn't be able to, but there's something fucking very strange.
I want a pet otter.
Yeah, that's very strange.
But dude, they're fucking adorable.
Right, but wouldn't it be cooler if you saw an otter in the river? He's out there chilling, doing otter things,
Yeah, I suppose.
catching his own fish.
Yeah, I
eating them.
suppose so.
Cracking the fucking clams on their chest and shit. The cutest.
Cutest, holding that fish, fucking eating his head.
I know. I just want to.
Did you see that lady's face who got fucked up by an otter?
Somebody was telling me about this. Is there a photo? Jamie, I'm sorry to make you keep bringing up gruesome shit, but I gotta see this because it's an unhealthy obsession I have with otters.
I don't know what happened. Well, I mean, it's not as bad as the chimp, but she got fucked up by an otter, dude.
Small. I've seen cats do worse. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's a fucking wild animal in your face. Dude, if a squirrel was trying to fuck you up.
But look how cute he is.
Look, they're very adorable.
Oh my god.
They're absolutely adorable.
Little sea weasels.
Yeah, they're cute. Like,
Little
if they were
sea
really
weasels.
domesticated, I mean, I don't
Oh,
know.
Eunice passed out.
I really know nothing about domesticating otters. But if that's possible, I think they'd be the cutest pets ever.
I'll find out.
They're adorable.
I'm gonna let you. Have you seen the videos of like them showing humans how to pet them?
Yes.
That's the cutest shit
That's
ever,
pretty fucking
dude.
cute. That's pretty fucking cute.
I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna do my research.
If that's really what they're like, if you domesticate them, that's pretty cool. I bet you can't have an aquarium.
Or you can and treat this motherfucking otter to a buffet. Whenever you
That's
want, man.
what it
All
would
you can
be.
eat salad bar, dog.
That's what it would be.
That'd be my ideal house. Like this.
What's that?
Bite and rip it.
Oh, but like puppies do that, you know?
Yeah, puppies
How you
do
gonna
that.
teach an otter?
Maybe they're smarter than we think.
I don't know, man. I mean, maybe it's just a thing they do when they're scared. Maybe that person was treating them wrong.
Yeah, she's laying in her bed over there.
You ever see somebody who like thinks they're really gentle with animals, but they're so
They're rough. Yeah.
They pet dogs like,
Oh yeah, some people like slap dogs.
or like
hey buddy.
or one hand pick them up like an awkward way, and you're like, I know you don't mean well, but like
I know.
you're doing this.
Imagine being a
terrible.
Chihuahua. Everybody's gonna carry you.
Oh, I would hate to be a small dog. Man.
Oh, what a fucking torturous life.
I know.
Everyone has to carry you everywhere.
You have a dog, right? You have a golden retriever?
Yes.
Beautiful dog.
He's great. He's the best.
I want one so bad.
They're the sweetest dogs of all time. He's just a sweetheart to everybody. He's just a big old love sponge. Just super sweet.
I want a
friendly.
golden retriever, German shepherd. I would love to have. So beautiful.
Those
so
are great dogs
smart.
too. Those are dogs though that need activity.
Yeah, they need stimulation.
Yeah, they need activity. You can't just have a German shepherd and keep him in a little yard, like going out of his fucking mind like he's in prison.
No. Also, what a waste of talent.
Right.
They're so smart,
Yeah.
and so impressive.
They're very smart dogs. Very smart dogs. They're a different kind of dog. You know, it's a working dog.
Yeah, but I guess it's just people want different things.
Dang,
from dogs.
bro.
I just got my mom for Mother's Day last year this tiny little thing that's like literally the size of this coffee mug. Like you could accidentally squish it so easy.
Yeah. Some
like,
people like
what did
those
you
kind of dogs.
But also, what does that come from? Like that's not a descendant of a wolf.
It is. It is.
How does that happen?
Well, selective breeding. And also, there's a thing that happens with animals. We don't totally understand it, but they've done this study with foxes, where they took foxes and over a period of like not that many generations, what they did was anytime a fox displayed any aggression towards people, they killed it. And over a certain period of time, all the foxes that were left, their jaws had shrank, their ears were more floppy, they started like giving in to the idea of domestication, and they literally started softening their appearance. They weren't alert like a fox would be if it was like, you know, a little killer. Silver fox domestication experiment. So for the last 59 years, a team of Russian geneticists led by Ludmila, how do you say that? Ludmila Truth have been running one of the most important biology experiments of the 20th and now 21st century. The experiment was the brainchild of Truth's mentor, Dmitry Belyaev, who in 1959 began an experiment to study the process of domestication in real time. He was especially keen on understanding the domestication of wolves to dogs, but rather than use wolves, he used silver foxes as his subjects. Here I provide a brief overview of how the silver fox domestication study began and what the results to date have taught us. Experiments continue to this day. And then I explained just how close this study came to being shut down for political reasons during its very first year.
Jesus.
Okay, so that's the abstract. So this is I'm probably butchering the story, but over time, these things started to change, and they softened their appearance and they dropped their ears, and so there's a thing that happens with pigs where the opposite happens. When you take a domesticated pig and you release it in the wild, they morph within I think it's a very short amount of time. I want to say it's less than 2 months.
Wow.
Of living in the wild, they start to display different characteristics. With males, their snout extends. I think with females too. But males grow these big ass tusks, and their hair gets thicker.
Wow.
Their hair gets thicker all
Just
over the body.
instinctually for being out there.
They know they're on their own, and their body morphs.
Wow.
So their appearance morphs.
That's an incredible genetic.
It's crazy. So there's different kinds of pigs, but they're all the same animal. It's all, I think the genus is called Suscrafa. And that, when you see a wild boar, a lot of them could have descended from domesticated pigs. Like, because people have pig farms. Pigs get out, fences break.
Yeah.
And the pigs get loose. And some of those pigs, they just keep having piglets, but they're wild pigs.
Yeah.
But they look like wild boars, like from, you know, what you would expect from like some movie, right? But that's what happened.
Very quick evolution.
Yeah, see if you can find like how much time it takes for a domesticated pig to start displaying wild looks. That's a bad way to Google it.
This is what I love about you and your show. Like you're very insightful on a lot of things I find very, very fascinating. You're like if Bill Nye the Science Guy offered people DMT.
I got plenty of stupid information.
I love it. It's all things that fascinate me.
But if you look at it that way, right? If a pig becomes harder in the wild and a wolf becomes softer with domestication, if you just kept doing that and like softening it, like when you associate those little tiny fluffy dogs, what do you associate it with?
Just have said
Like
those are too easy.
some lady who's got a nice house and a nice car, and she's got a nice little fluffy dog that sits next to her.
Yeah.
Like they've taken that wolf and knocked it down to that
Absolutely.
over thousands of years.
Yeah, it's funny that like the same thing happens to humans. I mean, like we got trapped inside for 2 years. Soften the fuck up.
Yeah, it's all, and also society.
Yeah.
The needs of like society, especially society like ours, it's not engaged in war on our shores, where there's not like a physical threat of actual violence from the enemy. You tend to soften things up, and the same sort of experiment is going on with male human beings.
Yeah,
It's going on with dogs and wolves.
I've heard that quote on this show so many times.
Yeah.
Hard times breed hard people. Hard
Yeah.
people breed easy times, easy people, or whatever it is. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, hard times create hard men. Hard men create easy times. Easy times create soft men. Soft men create hard times.
Vicious cycle.
Yeah, it's normal. It's just they've known this forever. This is how humans work. From hog to wild hog, how a stealth gene transforms pigs into wild boars.
Holy shit.
A barnyard escapee can quickly resemble a feral hog, growing bigger and hairier in a matter of months. Isn't that wild? So that pig right there could have started out as a domesticated pig and got out, and it will turn into that wild-looking thing.
Wow.
Yeah, experts say the crisis is largely driven by people who trap and transport the animals so they can be hunted. Oh, wow. Maybe the year of the rabbit, the pig, the feral pigs. Like, how long does it? Yeah, it's Sustrafa. So that is millennia of chasing wild boars around the woods with spears. Homo sapiens finally got wise. Roughly 9,000 years ago, which is now in what is now eastern Turkey, our ancestors began domesticating the Eurasian boar, Sustrafa. By the time, so they were wild first, then they domesticated them, and they're like gremlins. You feed them at night. Okay, by the time Christopher Columbus picked up a few to take along on his second voyage to America in 1493, the 400-pound tusked beast had been transformed into a pink, floppy-eared familiar. In that time, pig husbandry had produced a docile and resilient animal, one bred to survive a range of climatic conditions and to reproduce a lot. Well, that's the thing about pigs. Like, they have 3 litters a year.
They really?
Yeah, they bang out babies. Like, let's go. And they start doing it when they're like 6 months old. So at 6 months old, they're already spitting out kids.
And how many piglets do they usually have? Like 8?
That's a good question. I think it's about 6, if I had to guess. It might be more. What is the average litter of a pig?
What would they be called? Litters?
I think. I'm just guessing.
They're so smart, too.
Something you need.
Yeah. Average pig litter.
Man, the amount of tabs you have open at this browser is so funny.
It's just right now.
7.5. The average litter size is 7.5. It's not uncommon for a sow to have 12 to 14 pigs per litter.
How do you have a half? Just one little midget?
It's just an average. Some 15, some 13, some total.
Thank you, Jamie.
That's pretty nuts, man. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah, man.
So they're just constantly pumping out kids. And when you let them grow out in the wild, they turn back to what they originally were. So that makes sense that if you took dogs and you like slowly gave them food all the time, and all the the wolves that were like bitch ass wolves who couldn't hunt anymore, like come on bitch ass wolf, I got some food for you. Just growl when the bears come, and then they okay, I'll do that for you. Just like people kind of get, people that have like overpowering bosses.
This
Oh,
is
of
the year
course.
we learned the other week or the other day.
Wait, what?
Oh, the thing about wolves. Shockingly enough, a creature almost synonymous with the sea didn't actually begin that way. And boy, is it a whale of a tale. A mind-blowing video recently posted by PBS Eons reveals that whales were actually predatory land animals, the same ones that would later become wolves, specifically. So the animal branched off in the water and became whales, and on the ground became wolves.
Man.
What the fuck?
What?
How wild is that? That is fucking
And hippos,
wild.
I guess, came from the same thing.
And hippos came from the same thing. Wow.
What Bible chapter is this in?
They missed that part. Hippos scare the fucking shit out of me.
Oh, I mean that's a dinosaur.
They are
They
so
look
insane.
so unbelievable. And aren't they relatively aggressive?
Oh, super aggressive. And they go after boats. They take people out. You know, the thing about hippos is it's one of those other animals that for whatever reason, when we anthropomorphize, when we give them like human characteristics, we make them sweet. Hungry, hungry hippo.
Yeah.
You know, like polar bears. Like it's Coca-Cola.
No, absolutely
Klondike
not.
bars.
So aggressive.
They're terrifying.
No,
We
fuck
do
all
that with so many like terrifying animals. Fucking Yogi Bear. We turned one of the scariest animals in the forest
Frosted
into your
Flakes.
buddy. Hey, boo boo.
Yeah.
Let's get us a picnic basket. Remember that? Dude, Yogi Bear was like this sweetheart, and how many people grew up thinking bears were their friends because of that stupid shit? And then these dummies, you go out in the woods and you're like, oh no.
Mauled to death.
People used to look at bears for what they are, and then teddy bears came around. And then when they started giving people teddy bears, then they started like thinking that like bears are your little friends.
Yeah.
And then
Build-A-Bear is responsible for a lot of deaths.
oh,
People don't talk about that enough.
I don't think Build-A-Bear is responsible, but the teddy bear is. The Build-A-Bear. By the time Build-A-Bear came, it was already Disney movies. It was already too late.
Yeah.
It was already too late. Bears are your friends. Animals are your friends. They talk to you. They save you. They tell the people about the Wicked Witch and.
Oh my God. Oh.
They're on your side.
Have you seen that video of somebody hanging in the background of The Wizard of Oz?
What?
You don't know about? Oh, this is very popular.
Oh,
There's-
I have seen.
There's
Now I remember.
I think it is. I don't even think that's like. I think it is a person.
some people say it's a bird. Some people say it's a bird in the background.
I thought it was like somebody who worked on the set.
They said it was. They said it
Enough.
was one of the little
Enough.
people. Yeah, they were the first person to go on SAG strike.
Oh.
Unpacking the myth of the hanging munchkin.
Hanging
Oh
munchkin.
no, there's an unpacking.
That's the problem with googling
Oh.
things.
Yeah, you don't
Kills
want
all the fun.
you don't want all the answers.
No.
It's fun to be naive.
No, sometimes you want just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like to like read about like shit like Hollow Earth.
That. I remember
What the
seeing
fuck
this
is Hollow Earth? Please unpack after
That's-
this.
Alright.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be anything.
And when they're walking, it does start moving like side to side.
It starts walking.
No, when
People say
they're
it's a
walking.
swing,
I'm
right?
saying, yeah, when they're walking down the yellow.
You
brick
don't
road.
think they would see
Yeah,
that
you think
stop
somebody
filming?
would-
Hey, keep rolling. But there's a fucking guy hanging. Keep rolling. You know how much money this film costs?
Jesus Christ! It's just one of the executive producers.
You know how much money the studio's investing in this film? I'll pull the plug on it right now. Keep walking. Hanging little person be damned.
Please unpack Hollow Earth for me because you said it, and now I want to know everything about it.
Well, Hollow Earth it pales in comparison to Space is Fake. Space is Fake is the greatest conspiracy thing to dive into online. It's amazing. It's so fun.
How do you?
They think they're lights in the sky.
Like these kind of lights.
I don't know. There's a firmament. There's like a glass ceiling above it all. Nothing can go out there because there's nothing there.
Didn't
The Earth is flat.
Didn't somebody land on the dark side of the moon the other day? China did?
I think.
I think it was India.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. It's
I don't think Earth. The space can't be fake, right?
It's amazing how many people are into it. If you just Google #space is fake, you'll be taken to these random Instagram accounts. Now, and here's the thing about it. I don't know if they're real people.
I'm just bored.
I don't know if it matters because it starts.
Play some
off-
Rocket League.
It could start off as like some Russian troll. Like there's these things called like the Internet Research Agency is one of them. These troll farms. You know about these?
No, but it makes
Okay.
sense.
Renee DeResta reported on it, and some people, a lot of people have reported on it. But what it is they have these places where there's thousands and thousands of accounts, and
Oh,
they
puppy.
set up like there's
Tongue
images of
sticking
it
out.
where you see like rows of cell
She's
phones
just
that are
exhausted.
connected to this network. And they have these people that have the access to these accounts, and they're posting things that are really stupid. They're posting things that are ridiculous conspiracy theories. They're posting things blaming Democrats for certain things and blaming Republicans for certain things. At one point in time, Facebook, 19 of their top 20 Christian sites were run by Russian troll farms. It's genius, like social sabotage at a very high level. And so
the
they're
grind's kinda,
interacting with people constantly online. So if you see people fighting on Twitter, if you say like a controversial post goes up about anything, and with foreign policy, trans rights, abortion, Second Amendment, anything. If you go into one of those popular posts, you'll see all these like crazed right-wing and crazed left-wing opinions. Occasionally you click on them, and if you go to, I should say oftentimes you'll click on them, and you go to a page that seems oddly unhuman. It seems fake. There doesn't seem like a real personality behind it. And you go into it, and you see that they're always engaging on these very specific issues, and they're always being like very confrontational, and it kind of discourages people that disagree with them from interacting with them, and it kind of encourages people that love to fight with people to fight back. So you get all this interaction, and these people do it to steer conversations and get people to lose faith in democracy, lose faith in the police's ability to protect you, lose faith in whether or not we can unite racially or sexually, or like whether we can be a harmonious country. It's like designed to keep conflict going. It literally can accelerate conflict, like gasoline on a fire. And then you can engineer to a certain extent. I don't know what percentage, but imagine it's 5%. You could 5% through these trolls engineer conversations in the public. And you could get people to do a lot of really dumb shit. Like if you wanted
Yo,
to
hey,
get
Rumbly,
people
what's
to
happening,
believe
buddy?
that
It's been a while.
the Earth is flat,
What's going on?
Or if you wanted to get people to believe that the Earth is hollow and there's dinosaurs inside of it and aliens live in there, you could get people to believe that, and then they would start fighting about it online. And then you could get people to believe that, you know, there's been a bunch of them. There's been a bunch of them that are like mainstream propaganda things, like the Russia collusion hoax with Trump. It took us like 3 years to figure that out. But now everybody knows. It didn't really happen the way they were saying it was happening every day on the news. If that can take place with like mainstream media, how much of like what people are fighting about is like engineered?
Oh, man.
How much of it?
That might be the most evil thing I've ever heard in my entire life. To just control and design chaos.
You definitely are encouraging chaos. Like if people can still choose to engage or not engage, and that's where things get interesting.
That's terrible, man. I mean, the internet is already such a terrible, dark, and mean place without that. You add that fuel on top of it. Oh my God, it's no wonder people are depressed.
What would really be scary is if you were forced to interact with people on the internet. Like if the internet, if there was like a social, like a contract that you had to make where you had to give your opinions on certain issues, agree or disagree. Gender affirming care is essential to each other, you know, like that kind of stuff.
Ooh, they got certain amount of logged hours of
Agree
opinions.
or disagree. We have to move to 100% renewables by 2030 at all costs. Agree or disagree. You know, voter ID is racist. Agree or disagree. The climate change is real and the science supports it. Agree or disagree. Vaccines are the most essential technology the medical science has ever created. Agree or disagree.
What's crazy
We
is
need to
people...
support the war in Ukraine, and the United States has never done anything to encourage Russia invading Ukraine, including helping NATO move arms closer to their border. Agree or disagree. Vaccines are safe and effective. Agree or disagree. Imagine if you had to do that every couple of months and go over that, and that's how people decided whether or not you could go to the grocery store today, or you had to wait till Saturday, or whether or not you could buy a plane ticket ever. Whether, you know, like...
The thing is, now people feel like voluntarily they need to voice their opinions on those things.
Right.
It's like, For what? At the end of the day, for what?
They just like fighting.
They just love. It's incredible.
Yeah, people like it.
I hate the internet so much.
Well, I love it.
I always
love
avoided it.
You got to just avoid the stuff that sucks. Just avoid interacting with people in that way. It's just not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for them. It's not good for anybody. You know, you can interact with people and learn some interesting things, but at a certain level of
Yay!
it's really hard.
It's really hard.
Yeah, you can't if you just interact with people. You're gonna get people that are doing things just to get your attention.
I know.
And one of the ways to get your attention is to
I'm
say
so
something
bad.
negative.
I'm so bad. I'm so confrontational. As like, I'm gonna get John Lennon for sure. Dude, I have the amount of times somebody's been like, I'm gonna come to one of your shows and kick your ass. I've just like sent them my entire tour schedule, and be like, you can come to any show you want. I cannot stand the confidence people have behind the internet.
It's not. Most of it's not real, but there are a few psychos out there, so I wouldn't. You know.
I know I'm in the wrong for responding like
Yeah,
that.
don't do that, fella.
It gets
Yeah.
my fucking blood.
And then, but when people know that you can't stand it, then they're gonna do it.
I know. Jamie cut it before they feed the fucking fire.
We cut that out.
No, fuck, leave it in there, dude. Couldn't be less scary.
Yeah, you're traveling a lot, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Do you
to the
do
internet.
anything to like? Do you do anything like right when you land, or like, to get rid of jet lag? You ever figure anything out like that?
No, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
You go to the, I have to work out. That's my thing. Like,
Do you go to the gym right when you land?
no, not necessarily, but depending on what time I land, I think. Because I like to work out before the show, just to get my blood pumping a little bit. Because I wake up most days so tired, and I'm like, let me at least get a little energized.
Yeah.
Get my body moving.
Isn't that ironic that when you're tired, the best thing you do is something difficult when you wake up?
So weird.
It's so hard to tell your body that, though. Today was hard for me to tell my. I mean, I do it every day, but every day I have the same fucking conversation. My body like.
I think I'm more like Champ 2,
But that's
bro.
what discipline
Kids are
is.
really
My body's
shitty.
like, "You're a
Yeah, Champ
boss."
2.
Nobody can tell you what to do. Shut the fuck up.
We don't have to get
Yeah.
up and do anything.
Kids
I'm
are
like,
ass.
you literally work for yourself. You don't have to be at work at 1:30. What are you doing? Go back to sleep.
But then you gotta ask yourself, what would David Goggins do?
David
What
Goggins
David
is
Goggins?
up. He's up. That's not. You can't decide to live your life by what that guy does. 'Cause you'll die.
He's one of the scariest people. Like you don't have to live this extreme, man.
But he's lovely. He's a great guy. Like as
I want to meet
human.
him someday.
I
He
love.
seems very
I
cool.
love
See,
him.
when I did
to death.
4-3s.
As a human, he's great.
I
He's a cool guy.
like his motivation.
Yeah, I've been
like
playing with
being
people. I'm
around
pretty low
people
rank.
that
Ooh.
Inspire me to do better.
And when he trusts you, like he knows you, he's cool. as fuck. He's a fun guy.
Did he get into it with Stavros?
Get into it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like really upset with each other?
Stavros the comic?
Yeah.
No, really?
I
Is that
saw
real?
a weird cut up video that I didn't know if it was a real video. or
That's
not.
probably when that Pink Trip video.
Oh my! It was very funny.
Yeah,
It was
our
very
boy
funny.
Pink
but
Trip.
I
Shout out to
couldn't
Pink
believe-
Trip. This is dude Pink Trip who takes. He takes.
It was impressive.
He
I
had-
was like,
Me and Duncan Trussell being in love with each other. There's like a ton
That's
of them out
very
there.
funny.
He's hilarious. He does a great job with those.
Duncan's a good guy.
Yeah,
too.
I don't think Stavros would say jack shit to David Goggins. Nobody's gonna talk shit to that guy. He's terrifying. His fucking will and resolve is terrifying.
It's impressive.
Oh, this.
Yeah. It's so good. Yeah.
It's not acceptable. You roll your fat ass out of bed all you want. It's some fucking damn cinnamon buns and shit.
Yeah, I love that.
Man, you want a piece of shit.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
Yeah, man. That's why I was
This is
like, are they
harsh.
okay?
Oh my god, this is so harsh.
You know, man, you like you're a fat, sloppy motherfucker.
Okay. This is too real.
Yeah, it was aggressive. I was genuinely concerned.
Stavros is one of those guys who's so funny. I don't care if he's fat.
I haven't had a chance of meeting him yet, but I really want to. I
He's
think
so funny.
he's fucking hilarious.
Such a character. He's so funny on stage. He's so funny in real life. He's fucking hilarious.
And fucking hustles too, dude.
Yeah.
The clips he puts
Yeah.
out, the vlogs and everything.
That's funny. The young kids today, they respect your social media hustle.
It's only because, like, what most people don't know about me is I didn't want to do it for so long. Like, you don't understand, I despise social media. The ultimate success for me would be so successful, I never have to look at my social media for the rest of my life. I just want to get there. So when because of the work I put in on it, I respect people who do the work.
Yeah, I respect it. It's definitely it makes it look, if you're a good comic and nobody knows, that doesn't help anybody.
Yeah, it's exposure, dude. You have to have it.
There's a lot of guys who do a really good job of that. Jeff Dye does a really good job of that. There's a lot of guys who call, like Mark Norman,
Yeah.
Sam Morrell, all those guys. Those guys are doing a fantastic job.
Oh, when Schultz and Morel started putting out their clips, that's when I was like,
Schultz
I have to do it.
Well, Schultz converted it into a Netflix show.
I know, genius.
Amazing.
Well, when at first he was doing, it was when he was releasing a new bit every single week.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if I can write 1 minute a week for a year, it's a brand new hour, cool,
Yeah.
52 minutes.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so inspiring. And I was like, I need to be doing something relative to that.
Well, it's also, the pandemic kind of opened up doors and also closed a shitload of them. But it did open up doors with time. And when you're just sitting there and you can't do the normal thing that you do, you start thinking, okay, feel sorry for myself. That's all over. Let's get over that. And now let's figure out what can we do.
Yeah.
And if you're a hustler, if you're a guy who's like the guy like Andrew, who's always trying to figure things out and get ahead and do better. So he created like a and by the way, it's a totally different style of comedy than his stand-up, which is interesting. Because it's these rapid-fire punchlines, whereas stand-up is much more engaging, he pauses more, he laughs a lot.
More personable.
Yes. So this is like a different kind of comedy. But it was like really the best kind of comedy for the pandemic.
Yeah.
Like short attention span, rapid-fire jokes, very silly, and turn your phone sideways.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
That's scary to think about. You had to do it.
You had to do something.
It was almost like a late night show, the way he wrote that material.
Yes. Yeah.
And the attention span during that time period was so fast. Remember we thought Quibi was going to be a good thing?
I never thought it was going to be a good thing.
Nobody in their right fucking mind did, but Hollywood went, well, everyone's watching short things now, and everyone, are you sure? Well, everyone's on their phone, those are always short videos.
What they don't understand
These kids all
is
suck
that
at
you
playing this.
can't just set out to create a successful show like that or a successful thing like that and throw a bunch of money at it and know that it's going to be successful. You have to let them become successful, then you acquire them. That's the only way.
Yeah.
Like if you're because they'll give up, just like they give up with a TV show. If you have a TV show on ABC, and then the first few episodes come out and it doesn't do well, and then it drops off at the fourth, you're done, son. Over. But if you have something that you've developed on your own and you put it on, and these videos go viral naturally, then it makes sense that you have like a channel where there's 10 seconds of these videos that have already gone viral. People know to look for them, but if you're trying to get people to sign up for some new fucking thing while YouTube already exists, and you're gonna dump all the, unless you're like completely uncensored, like Rumble or something like that kind of makes sense. That makes sense, but you're not gonna be able to compete with them in terms of just entertainment. There's everything on there.
I will respect them taking risks that Hollywood just doesn't do anymore. Every meeting I go into now is like, so what reboots do we want to do?
Right.
Like, that's a real conversation every single meeting I have, and it's so sad.
Well, there's probably less projects than ever before.
Yeah, definitely.
There's probably less money than ever before, and less certainty. I mean, nobody wants to sit through 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m.
All right,
and
I'm
watch
dipping.
3 different
I'm dipping for a while today, boys.
Yeah.
I'll be
we
back.
don't want to do that.